Hello YouTube, this is Ben Gessel. How's it going? This is my most recent shopping trip to QFC. So not the PCC this time the QFC. And just to start this grocery list off, I got some Cool Whip topping. Now this is a little bit pricier than it used to be, so I don't know. That one is a little bit more than it used to be. Just a regular in the container Cool Whip topping for ice cream and other fruit and stuff. But the nice thing about Cool Whip is it doesn't have too much sugar and it's got some fat, so it can kind of be a nice dessert type thing. And I got some cookies and cream ice cream as a dessert thing as well. Dry ice cream. $4.49. That's a little bit more middle of the road, I think, for ice cream. For a kind of a pretty good sized container. And then got some Prebiotic Sodas, which I haven't got for a while, but I got them at QFC a while back. So as you can see, they're a little bit more expensive for just a little. They kind of come in a regular kind of soda size can. So yeah, they're definitely more pricey than your average soda, but they definitely are quite a bit better for you with not a whole lot of sugar, actually very little. And they have stevia, partly stevia sweetened, partly cane sugar, partly something else, like sucralose, I don't know. But it's mostly stevia, and there's some natural fruit juice, and most importantly, apple cider vinegar to kind of keep the GI down a little bit. So these are great, refreshing drinks. Of course, got orange, ginger, lime, strawberry, lemon, and I got some Olipops in there, the same kind of deal. That stuff. And then you got some Kalamata Olives for about $4 per container, like pretty good size. I think it's 12 ounces. It's a pretty good size. It's like a medium sized container, glass container. And then some little tiny fruit cups that were not too high in sugar. I think in the past when I've got these fruit cups from QFC, it might have been a little bit too sweet for my body at the time, but they were still really good. I'm almost like a goodie, but anyway, paying close attention to that stuff. It's very cheap, of course. Only $1 for those little cups, $1 per cup. You got some I got some fresh berries. So that was like a mix of blackberry, blueberry, strawberry, raspberry stuff for about $5.50. Then some kimchi for $6. 2 of those jars of Seoul kimchi. Definitely getting some vegetables in there. And quite a bit of canned peanuts, roasted salted Spanish peanuts. That was just $3 a can for like a good sized can. Pretty good size. Nice and cheap. Same thing, some cashews, also whole cashews, roasted salted. The can, I think I got 2 of those, like $5. Again, it's about the same size can, pretty decent size. Also almonds, I think I got those in a pretty good size can. That's a little bit more for almonds. Also roasted and salted. Mixed nuts, 2 of those, with like sesame thingamajigs in them. All those were in the little cans, but like medium-sized cans. But I also got some cashews, 2 bags of cashews, 3 bags of pistachios in a little bit bigger sized bags, with the pistachios being definitely more substantial. So you guys remember some other shopping trips where I got more pistachios. That's still kind of a higher priority because I love the way they taste and I love their nutrition profile, and that they don't have hardly any carbs. A lot of it's fiber oriented, so. And I got roasted and salted for that stuff. And then, of course, sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. A little bit more, like $5. But then they're pretty good sized containers. All that stuff is going to be really great for mineral content. And then a little bit of fruit for like vitamin C and stuff. A little bit of calcium maybe for the ice cream, but yeah, fats. And then these guys are like barbecue pistachios, which became a nice little snack thing. It doesn't really have any added sugar, really. It'd be very minuscule. It has a barbecue flavoring, which is great. My olive oil, extra virgin, first cold pressed, one country of origin. This time Napoleon. I usually get Lucchini olive oil. This time it's Napoleon olive oil. A little bit less expensive, but still from only one country of origin, which is Spain in this case, I think. And then Butterfingers. I know I indulged my sweet tooth a little bit, but I shared some with folks in my house. Other renters, same deal with the Heath bars. I have like some of these for myself, some share. And then Cadbury dark chocolate bars. So, all right, one sec here. I'll come back to this list in a second. I'm going to show you exactly what kind of chocolate bar I'm talking about here. That one. These are tasty. And, of course, they have some nutrients in them. You should. I don't know. It's kind of hard to read all this stuff, but yep, they got lots of iron. And a little sugar. Yep. Anyway, they have some other stuff too. You know, like I've gotten like the 80% dark chocolate, even 90%, which is getting a little bit harder to eat. But yeah, stuff's great, man. I have not had that for a while. So to sweet tooth a little bit, that stuff is nice and cheap. Yep. And then some bacon. I know this isn't the healthiest shopping trip, but it's not too bad, I don't think, overall. I'm going to be sharing again a lot of this bacon, and it's uncured, but it's pork bacon. And then beef chorizo, yep, but it is cheap. And then some Kroger Italian sausage, bratwurst. Again, not too expensive. Chicken drums, dark chicken drumsticks, kind of again nice and cheap. Some discounted actually, pasture-raised eggs, Vital Farms, which is nice. It's really nice. And then some onions, yellow. About $4 for like I got quite a few of them. I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. I don't know. And then carrots, a bunch of organic carrots, nice and cheap, $2.50 for like several of them. Bok choy, that was nice. It was baby bok choy, only $1.85 for 5, kind of smaller baby bok choys. And then the celery went up a little bit, $3.74 for organic celery. That's a little expensive, but anyway. Organic romaine lettuce, a little bit on the pricey side, but not too bad. That cilantro though, nice, $1.29. I think it's a good deal based on its health. It's a lower price, I think, than at PCC, but that celery and romaine were a little bit. The pears, a little bit middling to maybe a little, I don't know. But I got a fair number. I got like at least 4 or 5 of them in the ballpark. Maybe not too much more than that. Anyway, a little bit expensive. Grapefruit, 2 of them for $3.37. Yeah. And Mignolo Tangelos, I got some of those. Those are a pretty good deal. $4 for like 5 or 6 of them, I think. And then I had also some organic Mignolas as well. About the same price, but it's about the same number, maybe a little less. Cucumber, just one of them for $1.49. And avocado, I got both organic and the Haas Avocados. So organic avocados, I kind of splurged a little bit on, and I think I got like 4 organic avocados, and then the Haas's 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, large probably 2 of them. So try to get some more avocado in there. Nectarines, got some, probably 5 or 6 of them actually. So that's not a bad deal. They look like they might be pretty good, but they're not. I wondered if they were in season, but they smelled very nectarine, so they had a good smell to them. So a little bit more than I've usually gotten, maybe, but not too much more. It's just a lot of food. So this, and then of course I had some ribeye steaks that were grass fed already from PCC, plus some organic turkey and some. I've had frozen berries in there for a little while now, and some frozen veggies still, of course, like spinach and collards and some other stuff like that from a previous shopping trip, as well as some other things, like tartar sauce and a little bit of salmon. Some other things I can't think of right now, but yeah, I'm basically good to go again, food wise. So mentioning all this stuff, yeah, I can see. Yeah, I definitely got some produce. That's good. I went heavy on the nuts and went heavy on the chocolate a little bit. So I'll try to space that a little bit. And kind of medium heavy, not too heavy on the little bit on the pork stuff. And then the Olipop and the Poppy Prebiotic Sodas, which are fine in moderation. This was probably a little bit more indulgent shopping trip overall, I would say. But, it's not too bad. The nuts and seeds were probably the top priority. I was getting very low on those. The only nuts and seeds I had were like walnuts, hazelnuts, almonds, pecans, Brazil nuts in shell. It's kind of one of those mixed in shell nuts you get from QFC. And I didn't really have a heck of a lot left. And I shared those with everybody else in my house. That was about all I had left. It's like, okay, I gotta get some nuts and seeds. Anyway, anything else to mention? Oh, well, of course, I still have my supplements, like K2 and 7, like for your bones. It's a gummy supplement, and I have the magnesium, like Bluebonnet magnesium, D3 calcium, whatever supplement. That's the liquid form, mixed berry flavor. And then like another kind of calcium D3 supplement has something else in it that's really good. And then a multivitamin, My Kind multivitamin for adults, I guess. It has a whole bunch of chromium and zinc and selenium and other stuff. So I think I covered the bases pretty well. I should mention a few other things diet-wise. I am really not eating not a whole lot of salmon right now, which is probably not the greatest thing in the world, but and I'm kind of wanting more of the PCC winglets, or the little tiny chicken wings things. Those were really good. Wing drums, whatever, that turned out really good. So if I go to PCC again, I'll definitely be getting that stuff for sure. I'm not the greatest at cooking ribeye. I need to figure out a better way of doing this. I had one of those grass-fed ribeyes, and it held up pretty well, but it doesn't last very well in the fridge. You have to kind of, I think you have to really just treat like a tender little baby. You have to have it de-thaw overnight in the fridge, and then you have to eat it all, and it's going to taste nice and meaty, but not sweet. I don't know. I just don't get grass-fed meat all that often. Because it's kind of a pain to make sure it's not getting dried out, which that's the other thing too, is if you microwave grass-fed beef, even if you try to moisturize with olive oil and stuff, it just can get dried out a little bit. And so, I had it like a rare or medium rare, and it just cooks so fast. It gets really gray really quick. But I've been eating probably a little less chicken, turkey than past. Maybe not quite that much less. But in general, probably less turkey and chicken than at my old place overall, comparatively. on a daily basis, and probably eating a little bit more eggs in place of the turkey chicken, pasture-raised eggs. Yeah, I'm going to be getting a little bit more of the pork stuff here, which isn't the greatest health-wise, but it's nice and filling, and it's cheaper. And again, that chocolate thing is not the worst thing in the world, but it's one of my goodies. I have to really be careful how much I have of it at once. Other things to mention here that are kind of notable. Making sure to get, the gut health is so good. Like, try to get things that are good for your gut, like the kimchi and like the apple cider vinegar and the poppy juice, and that stuff's gonna be good for you guys, especially that kimchi. Let's see. Yep, get the minerals from the cilantro and romaine lettuce. Sometimes I watch Frank Trifano's channel, and I wonder if you're getting all the minerals you need. And I have a supplement, and I'm sure that I'm getting enough minerals overall from my diet and from, supplements and everything. But I wonder, I do wonder about times about this stuff. I wonder if there's anything that's preventing some of this stuff from being absorbed fully. I know, but, just keep trying, I guess. And if you have over 100%, you're really emphasizing the minerals like iodine, selenium, and magnesium, and molybdenum. If you're really trying to make sure you're getting your minerals, I'm sure you're going to get them. I hear things, from Frank about anti-nutrients in plant foods, and I wonder how much of the minerals and things I'm not getting, based on, I don't know, oxalates or phytic acid, or whatever. But I'm still certain I'm getting a lot of those nutrients. And then I know I'm getting all the nutrients from animal foods, plus the not so great things. So then it's just try to have that always as a secondary priority. It always is a lot more calorie dense. Of course, nuts being so great because they are more calorie dense. You can just have some nuts and you don't have to think about eating for a while, especially if you get really busy. If I get really busy, nuts and seeds, absolutely. And they don't even have to, you don't have to cook them. They're just right there. Boom. Nuts and seeds and water. Sometimes you can get something else like olives in there. Keep your blood sugar low. Keep it slow and low, right? Just like cooking, it's a matter of digesting those carbs nice and slow and low. Okay, you guys leave thoughts and comments below. I'll catch you guys later. Here. Bye.